Hi everyone. In the last class, we learned about the scientific management principles, which is given by F.W. Taylor. So today we are going to see about the 14 principles of management, which is given by Henry Fayol. So his profession was, he was a mining engineer and a management theorist. So he has written a book, General and Industrial Administration, and Henry Fayol is also considered as the father of general management. And he has identified 4 functions of management, that is planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. So we'll see the 14 principles. So division of work, authority and responsibility, discipline, unity of command, unity of direction, interest, remuneration, centralization, scalar chain, order, equity, stability of tenure, initiative, and esprit de corps. We'll see in detail each one. So the first principle is division of work or division of labor. So entire work is divided into small and specific tasks or jobs. A trained specialist is required to perform each job. So division of work leads to specialization. This helps to perform the given task with same effort efficiently and effectively. So because of division of labor, now in the companies there are different departments like production, department of production, department of sales, then department of management, marketing, etc. So the main benefits are specialization due to repetition, then less wastage of resources. That means they will be knowing how much quantity they have to they require to complete a particular task. That is why less wastage. Then increase of quality, because they are doing a work repeatedly, so definitely quality will be there. And the last point is completion of task on or before time. So here given one example, a carpenter gets order for 100 lecture stands. Okay, 100 lecture stands. So you will be knowing what is a lecture stands. In the classroom you would have seen that. So this carpenter is having only 5 workers. So he has 2 options now. Option 1 is each worker, they have to complete 20 stands. That means he has 5 workers. So each one worker will be completing 20 lecturer stands each. Option 2 is he is going to divide into 5 groups. So 5 groups, and the lecture stands also into 5 parts. One part is upper board, central support, leg piece, assembling and polishing. So 5 workers, worker 1 will be giving to produce only upper board, where we are placing the books or paper. So worker number 2 will be giving only to manufacture, only to produce center support. Worker number 3 only leg piece. Worker number 4 only assembling all the 3 parts. And the worker number 5, he is doing only polishing. So worker number 4 will be assembling all the parts. So worker number 5 will be polishing. So first is option number 1 is each worker has to produce 20 lecture stands. But option number 2 is dividing the work. Okay, hope you understood the example. Now, second principle, authority and responsibility. Authority is the right to give orders and obtain obedience. Responsibility is the obligation to perform assigned duties. So there should be a balance between authority and responsibility. Authority can be delegated, but responsibility cannot be delegated. Authority without responsibility may be misused. But responsibility without authority is no use. So you all will be very familiar with the word authority and responsibility. So next one is discipline. So discipline is the obedience to organizational rules and regulations. This is essential for successful work performance. It requires good supervisors or good superiors at all levels, which leads to good supervision. It needs fair and clear agreements which will be clearly explain the rules of the organization. So it also requires judicious applications of penalties, that is, implement a system of reward and punishment. Reward and punishment means when one worker is doing good, definitely the management has to appreciate him. When one worker is doing something wrong, then they have to punish him. So here the benefits, what they are telling us, it helps in smooth and systematic functioning, then it improves efficiency. So fourth principle is unity of command. According to this principle, an employee should receive orders only from one superior at a time, and he is answerable only to that superior. If an employee gets orders from two superiors at the same time, he gets confused and may not be able to prioritize the orders. So unity of command is possible if there is coordination between various departments. So the benefits are to prevent confusion and chaos, to avoid conflicts among superiors. Next point is unity of direction. All units of an organization should be moving towards the same objective through coordination and focused efforts. For this, each group must have one head, one plan. So this ensures unity of action and coordination. It means one plan of action for the group and one manager to control them. The benefits are unity of action, helps in coordination and to achieve the organizational goals. So example, you take a college cultural fest. So in a college, different groups will be there. One is to advertise the college cultural fest, then for the registration committee, then hospitality committee, then stage and decoration committee, then discipline, so on. So many committees will be there. So their main aim is to perform the college cultural fest to their best. So all will be working together. Hope you are understanding this example. Subordination of individual interest to general interest. The interest of an organization should take priority in interest of individuals. Every worker has some individual interest for working in a company. The company has its own interest or objectives. This helps employees to focus on organizational goals. This also provides coordination among organizational interest and individual interest. So the benefits are coordination among organizational and individual goals. Then employees will be focused on organizational goals, and it helps to achieve organizational goals. So one example, purchase manager has to buy some raw materials. So he has two options. There is a place where he will be getting the same raw material but at a higher price, and it is his relative's shop. The option number 2 is where he'll get the same raw material at the market price. This manager should think about the company's interest or the organizational interest. So he has to go to the option number 2 where he will get the same raw material at the market price, not to his relative's shop. Number 7, seventh principle, remuneration of employees. So the overall pay and compensation or remuneration should be fair to both employees and the organization. Reasonable pay would give the employees at least a reasonable standard of living, standardization, satisfaction, dedication, and honesty to work. At the same time, it should be within the paying capacity of the company. Remuneration should be determined on work assigned, cost of living, financial position of the company, average wage rate of similar work. So the benefits, good relation between management and workers, employees get motivated, and dedication and commitment are improved. The next point, centralization and decentralization. The concentration of decision-making authority is called centralization. I'll repeat. The concentration of decision-making authority is called centralization. The dispersal of authority among more than one person is known as decentralization. There should be a proper balance between centralization and decentralization. In decentralization, workers have the authority to take decisions on day-to-day operations. Example, Government of India. So in India, if you wanted to construct a house or build a house, will you go directly for the permission of central government or to the panchayat? So the Government of India has given authority to the panchayat to deal with all these things. So if you wanted to build a house, you will be approaching the concerned panchayat for permission. Next one is scalar chain. An organization consists of superiors and subordinates. The formal lines of authority from highest to lowest is known as scalar chain. It is a chain of command and communication. I'll repeat. Scalar chain is a chain of command and communication. So you can see in the orange color one arrow mark. That is called the gangplank. So gangplank means communicating with the other who is in the same line of authority. So this is only used when there is an emergency situation. So main aim of gangplank is communication should not be delayed. That is why gangplank is used. So benefits are smooth flow of communication. Then it leads to unity of command. So 10th principle, order. So this order or this principle applies to both men and material. According to Fayol, people and materials must be in suitable place at appropriate time and for maximum efficiency. This means a right place for everything and everything in its right place. So this increases productivity and efficiency, and this helps smooth and systematic functioning of the business. So one example, if you are an MBA HR graduate, HR means human resource graduate, you must be placed in HR department, that is human resource department. I'm an MBA HR graduate, and if you are placed in marketing department, that will not be matched. So next one, 11th principle is equity. This principle emphasizes kindliness and justice in the behavior of managers towards workers. Managers should be fair and impartial. They should not discriminate workers on the basis of gender, religion, color, etc. This would increase devotion and loyalty of employees. The employees will be happy and satisfied, and there will be a cordial relation among the superiors and the workers. Next point is stability of personnel. So personnel, hope you notice the spelling. It is not PERSONAL, that is individual. Here personnel, NNEL, that is the employee or the laborer or worker. So according to Fayol, employee turnover should be minimized to increase organizational efficiency. So employees should not be moved from their position very frequently. The period of service for a worker should be fixed and should be given a reasonable time to show the results. Too many transfers and shifting will affect his performance. So the benefits: job security, increased motivation, reduced the cost of recruitment, selection, training of the new employees. 13th principle, initiative. So initiative means taking the first step with self-motivation. Workers should be encouraged to develop and carry out their plans for improvement. They should have the freedom to propose and execute an idea, plan new technology within the limits of authority and discipline. This develops feeling of belongingness and motivate the employees. 14th principle, esprit de corps. That means union is strength. Management should promote team spirit of unity and harmony among employees. Managers should replace I with we in his conversation with workers to foster the team spirit. This will improve mutual trust and belongingness among team members. So the benefits are, this improves mutual trust and belongingness, then achievement of organizational goals. So hope you understood the 14 principles of Henry Fayol. Thank you.